There we go, it is live.
Welcome to the NIFC series of Prix. Right now I want you to set that up. I've got 8 drivers on the board, set up. We're waiting the Red Bull Simon. Simon, Jimmy, whatever. Same thing. Right. And once we set that up, so I was ready for the test. It's almost red flag.
Yes. Yes it is.
Waiting for someone in the thingy. What do we call it? That's a better word.
There you go.
Someone in the chat really helpful. So, that's our tip. Thank you for that very nice very nice for doing that, helping me get some. Yeah, everything's gonna.
My mic is incredibly sensitive. Yep, so we've got what, 4 minutes until the actual session. Now let's go for Homie Guinea Pig, currently fastest in Sector 1.
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, because I forgot to stream. let me fix that with the crappy Wi-Fi I have. Woohoo! I lag.co.uk. You see, this is why I cannot stream. Hopefully. We should be back again. Right, who are we going to go on board with? There's a Mercedes has spun, Rose Q going backwards. But back on board with Ninja. We go. And why is there no... no, there is desktop audio, it's just no game audio. Which is really annoying. Because you can't hear anything. Yes, we are. Well, basically everybody. 88% track water. Yes, yes indeed. Civic-TV commentator. So, let me just hide the race control. We don't need that. We aren't race control, are we? But yes. We're just... This is... Oh, wait, I think I know why. Hold on. Gonna try and fix that. I don't know what's happening with the audio. It might be actually Civic that you cannot hear. I'm sorry. We're just gonna go up on that, right? Yes. Keep speaking so I can tell what's going on. Yeah, I'm trying to. I promise you, there is another person in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, that's a lot better. It seems.
Can you actually hear me now?
Yeah, it should be a lot better.
Good. I'm not the W commentator. This is me.
Wow. Yes. Can I not do any?
Please, Tom, can you turn me up? Street race, like anything. Hear me properly.
I'm trying my best. That is. I'm trying.
Can you hear me a bit better now? If you're,
No, I've got to do 20. That's the maximum I can do.
Won't be here. Yeah. Start
I'm just gonna have to
in
click
about 3 minutes if you don't.
manually.
It'll be in about 3 minutes or so. Something like that.
Right.
We're just waiting.
That is the maximum I can go. I hope.
Turn down your other thing then.
Yeah, that should be good. Right. Yeah, let me turn it down.
I'm watching. My God, you kidding? 5 people are watching. That's a big surprise.
That is a lot of people. Right. That
There's
should be a
12
lot
people
better.
watching. And now 4,
Is
but
that
there was
better
5 people
now?
watching. Yeah, more. Yeah, so if you're just joining us, this is the NIFC Hungarian Grand Prix. If you're just watching because you're driving, then turn off this. You'll probably be
Somebody
distracted.
crashing in the background there. But currently, the session was...
Okay, I'm gonna have to go now. So this is me done. This is me saying goodbye. I've got to go somewhere else. I've got to do something.
I guess, yes.
Sorry, yeah.
The session
the
should
end
start
of
in
this
about,
video.
I don't know, some time.
Okay, we're now gonna split us two.
Yes.
See you later.
So we have several things happening right now. We are watching the Haas.
Leave the whole call.
What? Sorry?
The whole call.
Yes, I will. Right. I don't exactly know what is happening here. This is confusing to me and everyone. So, yeah. So the rain has lessened. And somebody is trying to set a lap. We've got the Williams of Pete, who I believe is the last driver to set a lap. So let's... Well, Mark goes fastest. This isn't the actual race yet. This is just people setting lap times. I have no idea why. So, Pete setting a lap time. The rain is less. Now, Pete up to the second sector line. Bit of a light right there. Goes person best. Only he cannot manage any faster than the red bubble of Mark. And take a gander at this up to the line. What will the lap time be, even though it does not matter at all? It will be 1:24.917. And I believe that should be everyone and everything we need to start the race. I have no idea when we are actually going to start, but we may as well watch. It's Mikey that we need to set a lap. There he is, just appeared on the leaderboard down there. Yeah, Pi going fastest in sector 1, not personal best in sector 2. Yep, yes, it is a W moment. But this session has gone on late. It's overrun. Pi goes fastest by 0.5 of a second. Even though it doesn't really matter at this stage, it's just a bit of setting lap time so that, well, I don't know, for the grid or something like that. If someone knows what is actually happening, I would absolutely like that to be told to me. But the official Mikey coming up, back again. Sorry for the problems we are having, but it's nothing I can really help. But we have an entire grid up to not liquids, safety car, but the formation lap, I cannot see anything. As the formation lap begins, Pi will lead the way, but we've got the actual grid still to set up. Gio is on the mediums. He chose the wets, but his team have given him the mediums, so he may have to start from the pit lane. That's a problem, YouTube. I absolutely understand. So you're not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. But yes, Thierry will have to start from the pit lane. The formation lap pretty much coming to a close now, or fairly shortly. The grid will be set up as people who did not do the sprint must start in the pit lane. Anyone who did do the sprint starts where they ended the sprint race earlier on today. So Kiwi in second place. It should be Ninja in first on pole. He's had a bit of a problem, I presume, which is why he is sort of far back. We have almost an entire grid set up. Ninja coming up to his grid slot now. He will slot in, and 30 seconds until the race starts, and Wow, that will not. Well, that's not gone down well with the. What am I trying to say? That's not gone down well at all. It's green flag running now, and Gio, what has he done in the pit lane? We can only find out he's on the mediums. He has got a complete advantage over all the others, but not at the moment as the track is still drying out. Meanwhile, Ninja doesn't quite lead. Rose leads instead. Well, it's difficult to tell. It might actually be Potato leading or one of the Haas cars. Both of those two right at the front. But Metskaluka has the fastest sector 1 in the Haas there. Dennis in second place in the other Haas, and Geo8 still doesn't have the advantage over the drivers on the wet compound, and everybody will have to come into the pit lane. Here they all come filing in, apart from Geo, who will continue on, and Rose Q. So 2 drivers have stayed out, one of them on the wets, the other on the mediums. One of them in a Mercedes, the other in a Williams. Quite the interesting stuff. And the other 3 drivers have stayed out, as they are on the. Well, one of them is on the inters, and that would be Samu. Leonard out of the pit lane on the intermediates now. We've got 3 Aston Martins apparently. There is some thing going on as Gio leads the way with the fastest sector 1. No, Peter has the fastest sector 1. There's the Aston Martin there of Samu going a little bit airborne, but nothing too much. Gio has invalidated his second sector and is at least one corner cut closer to getting a penalty. You get 3 corner cuts, you get a 3 or 5 second time penalty. What is the closest battle? Well, it's definitely not Gio, is it? Peter in a very good battle here. Let's watch how this unfolds from on board the official Mikey. Chasing down the Aston Martin. Gets past, he's on the wets. He is on the wets and he has got incredibly loose and cannot catch it in time and has lost several positions and is down behind Dennis and behind Leonard now. Absolute disaster. Homie Guinea Pig also ahead, and tell you what, Will Martin gets involved as well. Almost getting ahead, I think a little bit far behind. The official Mikey comes into the pit lane as we watch Will Martin roaming around the track right behind just a whole pack of cars. Well, not that close behind. Leonard, though, is completely inside of that pack and is trying to get ahead of them if he can. Samu, maybe his teammate, I don't know, is ahead and has spun it almost. I think he went 90 degrees to the circuit, perpendicular, but still managed to keep it somewhat straight. That was amazing if he did. I couldn't see that properly. Let Dennis though fighting with his teammates as he's ahead for now, but for how much longer, as Metkaluka is still wheel to wheel. It's incredibly close between these two cars. The two McLarens in the background there also fighting, and that is Peter not travelling particularly fast, and that is Potato. Potato is slowing down due to a penalty. He's got a penalty, presumably for cutting too many corners. That's the only way you can get a penalty, really. So yeah, Lick Dennis with the fastest lap so far. We are on lap 6 of 32. We still have several more laps to go in this race. So Lick Dennis leads a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. His Haas teammate trailing the back of that pack as Kiwi and Metkaluka fighting at the back of it. This is a large DRS train. I don't believe that there's going to be much action, although as I say that, Metkaluka gets ahead of Kiwi somehow, although they are still really close. Kiwi gets back ahead in the final 3 corners. And Lick Dennis leads, Homie in second place, but not by much. Actually, by quite a lot. Homie not even ahead of Peter. So the leaderboard's a little bit incorrect there, but then again it only updates every sector. Lick Dennis does lead though, and that's an Aston Martin going off. That was Potato off the second, and I believe Geo 8 as well. Yes, it was. So, Potato in the Aston Martin, P6 at the moment. A bit of a wiggle on the exit there. It's just up ahead of him, Metkaluka trying to get ahead of Peter. We ride on board with Metkaluka. Homie, one of the McLarens has fallen behind, but this is a really close battle for the top spot for the lead of this race, although at the moment it's just Kiwi, Peter and Potato really fighting for it. As that is Mark in the Red Bull. No, it's not, it's Simon in the Red Bull. Ninja started on pole for both the sprint earlier on today and the main race that we are currently doing. Race Q and the Mercedes goes fastest in sector 1. But currently Ninja down in P7 as we hop on board Race Q. He was on the wets and stayed out on the wets, which was possibly a fatal mistake. As Rose Q goes fastest in sector 2 as well. Up to the line, will it be the fastest lap or will it be anything else? It is the fastest lap, no idea by how much, but he's only they are only 16 seconds behind the leader after being several more seconds behind earlier on. Speaking of the leader is involved in a battle up front. Lick Dennis and Homie in the lead, and it's dry. Geo who was on the mediums, is now on the intermediates, has swapped tyres and will need to swap back again. And it's now going to be completely tight. If he'd have stayed on the mediums, he might have got a good, shall we say, race and a brilliant strategy, as he would have only had to do maybe 2 stops. Although I don't know what his highway is like. Simon, everybody in the top 8 into the pit lane, top 9, everybody will be coming in. I'm sure of it. Homie, first one out of the pit lane, and by a margin. And Lit Dennis behind. Homie's gained time in the pit lane. And there's still a little bit of water on the track. The drivers will have to be somewhat careful about sliding off the track, as we are still green flag running. We've not had any yellow flags or any safety cars during this race so far. Homie leads by 3 seconds. Look, Dennis barely had a lead, now's lost it by 3 seconds. Homie has the most corner cuts out of anybody so far in this race. 10 corner cuts compared to, well, everyone else has got at least 1 so far in this race. Look, Dennis being one of those. So Homie, even with those penalties, he would have had 3 at least penalties, or 3 minimum. And yeah, 3 maximum, sorry. 3 maximum penalties, is still in the lead by 4.5 seconds, and that gap is growing as he takes a very different line to, I think, anybody I've seen around turns 4, 5 and 6, but it works clearly as he's got the fastest sector 1. So Pi has got the fastest sector 1 now, actually, but the fastest sector 2 goes to Gio, although unable to get the entire fastest lap in the end due to invalidating the final sector. Only goes fastest with a whatever lap time. As trying to think of what to say, so Omi leads, Lit Dennis in second, Kiwi in third in the other McLaren, Leonard for Aston Martin, for and currently attempting to get ahead of Kiwi. What can Kiwi do to defend the position? Apparently quite a lot, as Leonard's unable to get ahead on the inside, somewhere into the final 3 corners doesn't make it work. Not quite enough for this pass into turn 2. This can be quite a good overtaken spot as well, as I believe the other Aston Martin Potato joins the battle, as Kiwi and Leonard battling. Leonard has got ahead for now, but for how much longer? Not very long apparently, as they are still pretty much wheel to wheel And Lennis is ahead after Kiwi hits a slight bump, but it's still wheel to wheel. This is incredibly close and they are exchanging positions constantly. Leonard just about to head into the sector 2 line and is still just about to head. Potato might get ahead of Kiwi as well as they now go wheel to wheel, as Potato can't get past Kiwi, not quite yet, but down the straight, yes he can. He does just about manage to get ahead. Of course, no DRS down the main straight, and that is one of the McLarens, Aston Martins. I believe that was Leonard going off the circuit. Or Potato. Well, one of the two Aston Martins, but Kiwi back ahead of Potato and possibly back ahead of Lennis as well. Potato's fallen back a lot now, and Kiwi is falling back from Lennis. Ninja not too far behind, as we've had the first retirement of this race so far. Will Martin has retired, no idea why, but they will be out of this race. Yes. So, still watching the McLaren and the two Aston Martins, Kiwi and the McLaren. Leonard just about ahead, and so is Potato. Just about. Metkaluka has also retired from this race, as he has to go. No idea why. But yes, the two Aston Martins have finally got ahead of Kiwi after a whole, I don't know, I would say 3 laps of trying to get ahead, possibly more than that. As another driver, Samuel, will have to go as well, so they will be out of the race, so we will have only 14 runners. Geo8, who had a masterclass strategy at the beginning, starting on the mediums, is now in last place of the remaining runners and not gaining. So, Sammy has retired, and Gio comes into the pit lane. The tyre will go on to from the socks. We'll find that in just a few seconds. Yes, into the pit box and coming out of it on the medium tyre. Pi has come in and is on the hards. We are halfway through this race now, in fact, more than halfway through the race so far. Homie still leads this race. Lick Dennis in second place by just about 10 seconds. Homie running away with it in the McLaren, as this is equal cars. Everyone should in theory be able to win, but clearly Homie is the fastest driver on track. Or maybe not, as Dennis gains 7 or 8 tenths on Homie in the first sector. Potato coming round to the S's now with his 10 corner cuts and has got another penalty. And Ninja and Leonard get past. Kiwi in 6th has probably made some sort of mistake or made a pit stop, and has been overtaken by Ninja as well. Speaking of Ninja, he's got past the two Aston Martins as well. Potato sets the fastest final sector, but as he invalidated the first sector, he won't be able to set a actual lap time that could be competitive. Pi still with the fastest lap, marking the Red Bull, who had a problem in the sprint race earlier on, going personal best in sectors 1 and 2. 55 seconds back from the leader, almost an entire lap down, just about 10 more seconds or so, and will be a lap down. Mark doesn't get the fastest lap, and neither does YouTube Pokemaster, as they both went personal best maybe. Potato in the Aston Martin coming up to the line to start his 19th lap. There's been a lot of action, I would say, in the first 19 laps of this race, as Kiwi and Simon coming to the pit lane. Kiwi goes on to the hards from the medium, Simon from the mediums to the mediums. It might have been the softs actually. I can't remember. But it is lap 19 of this race, about to be lap 20 as Homie is about to cross the line. But we have a battle going on for 7th place. Peter and Rose Q going at it. Rose Q and the Mercedes makes it fairly easy work on the Williams of Peter. Pi might be able to get ahead of Peter as well, but currently the official Mikey and Pi are having their own battle of the night. Now we have 12 or so laps to go. Ninja sets the fastest final sector. This is apparently the most calm NIFC race in history. Somehow Hungary is always calm. I would have expected it to be a little bit more chaotic, as Pi has got ahead of Peter and is now looking to go for Rose Q. Rose Q trying his best to stay ahead, but he goes wide, as does Pi Luca. Pi did gain a lot of time and almost be ahead, and is ahead on the hard tyre. The pit lane is closed, it's a yellow flag. What's happened? It's a safety car. Who has caused this safety car? We'll only find out. Oh, Potato has had an accident in the pit lane, and the pit lane is closed. No idea. But the safety car is out on the track. Homie has not caught it, so the safety car will wait. Pi Luca has presumably gone past the safety car. Potato is out of this race, and the safety car requires you to go for gear, as is the custom with NIC. Pit lane appears to still be closed. But yeah, it is a safety car. I should have done that earlier. Ninja has come in while the safety car, while the pit lane was technically closed. The pit lane is only now just open and has only brought up to the safety car. There is the safety car. And the safety car has completely stopped, I think. Is the safety car going to figure out a way to get moving? The safety car appears to be having trouble there. So the Mercedes AMG safety car is out on the circuit. Prix has crashed and is out as well. The safety car doing safety car things, homie doing homie things. But this is an unexpected tale. Potato has crashed, as has Pi Luca. We've now only got 12 runners left. Fourth gear is the maximum gear for the safety car, unless I suppose the safety car can go any faster. It should be obvious that you shouldn't overtake the safety car, but you never know sometimes. As yeah, very, very hectic there. So we are on lap 23 of this race. The safety car, no idea when it's coming in. The safety car is coming in this lap. The safety car is ending. It is almost green flag running, but homie is able to control the pace. Peter having problems back there, but we will watch homie, the leader of this race currently, until pretty much the end of the safety car. The track is clear almost. Still got the yellow flags, but the green flag is out and we are running again for the race. Homie pulls away immediately, gets a good start, catches Dennis off guard. Rose Q in the Mercedes, fourth place. Ninja possibly under investigation for yeah, Ninja possibly under investigation for pitting when the pit lane was closed. No idea if that's actually going to happen, but I would have thought the FIA should at least do something about that. So, Ninja fastest in sectors 1 and 2. Can he make it fastest overall? Up to the line it is fastest overall for Ninja, as Homie leads, but only by 1.1 seconds. His lead has been crushed compared to what it was. And he will be under pressure now as Ninja, that I keep getting freaked out by how sideways they go to get over to the right hand side of the circuit as quickly as possible. It's not very natural. But yeah, every time I see that, I always think they've spun. But Ninja clearly did something a little bit wrong and is now behind Dennis. Ninja, though, still trying to get past Dennis. Can he do so? Cuts the corner. He may as well do if he's got a penalty, and he does. Whereas Q doesn't have a penalty though. The safety car window has closed here on lap 26 or 32. And we have 6 laps to go. 6 laps to time. Everybody should be able to get to the end. If not, then we can go onto the soft compound on tyre. Not really in any battles at the moment, but you know who is Ninja Pink Noodles is in a battle. He's lost lots of time in the previous part of the lap or so because of the penalty that he got given because of in the corners. Once you get enough for a penalty, you may as well just catch all the corners. And on the inside of Kiwi, gets the job done on Kiwi. Was that Geo spinning? No, not quite. Maybe a bit of oversteer. But Ninja is back up to 7th place from 9th. Although originally it was from 3rd. Rose Q on the podium in the Mercedes, but he is being chased forward by Mark. Mark in the Red Bull trying to catch, but will actually catch? We'll only find out by the end of the race. 5 laps to go. Take that 4 in about 10 seconds or so. It's only coming up to the line. We're right on board. Ninja sets the fastest sector 2. Ninja appears to have a sector. It is right for sector 2. Nobody's got the fastest lap. Don't know when, but does. So yeah, Ninja has invalidated his lap, so he can't get a faster lap, unfortunately. But Mark's still trying to chase down the Mercedes, but he can't. But the 2 AlphaTauris are battling. The official Mikey behind. There's a 4-car battle going on here. Two Ninja. And we are on board with the official Mikey right now. Ninja's got past all of them to get up into 5th place. There's Gio in the Williams at the back of it with Leonard. We're right on board with Leonard now, who is side by side with Gio in the Williams. Because we have 4 laps to go, 3 laps to go. That wasn't the greatest exit from Leonard whatsoever. But coming up to the line, yeah, absolutely lost it on the sign that he had. Gio in the Williams, not too far behind the official Mikey. The official Mikey could be in trouble, as P6 could be Gio's. In just a moment as How fun. I might be done. But Rose in second place. What happened to... Who was it? It might have been Peter Mark loses places due to a penalty, I presume. Ninja in third place. Lit Dennis has been overtaken. And the official Mikey is in fifth place. The Williams though here not too far behind, and the official Mikey could still be in trouble. It's coming out of the turn 6 into turn 7 now. Turn 8, 9 should be medium high speed corners, 10 and 11 medium high speed corners. Turn 13 into turn 14, unable to gain time on the official Mikey, who goes very wide onto sausage curves almost on the exit of the corner, the first corner, sector 2 maybe. Chio is ahead of the official Mikey, but for how much longer, as we have just 2 laps to go. Homie leads it. Rose 5.5 seconds back. Homie absolutely dominating it in the dry conditions. Yes, and it is 5 seconds back for Rose Q and the Mercedes. Meanwhile, the official Mikey gets ahead of Lit Dennis and Chio. Williams and Chio gets ahead of Lit Dennis. What has happened to Lit Dennis? Possibly a penalty or something else. But we are also near to the final lap of this race. Should be coming into it in just a second. There it is. We are on the final lap of the race here in Hungary. Homie, ever since the dry conditions, has absolutely dominated it. And Ninja just unfortunately couldn't do anything. Homie though ran to end the final corner, the final sector, the first sector, sorry. Not improving on his lap time. Sector 2DS is very tricky to get right, but still doing it fairly okay, but probably better than most people can do. But now up to the final 3 corners. Homie has led it since the dry conditions almost, and will win here in Hungary, not unless something happens that is so absolutely catastrophic. He wins in Hungary. Rose in the Mercedes not too far behind. Well, I say that, but Rose 7.8 seconds behind, gets a penalty right at the end. Simon in the Red Bull in 5th. Lit Dennis gets overtaken at the last second. Kiwi in the McLaren will come home for 10th place. Peter in last place, YouTube Pokemaster. Now up to the line to finish in 11. But it is Poland 1-2. Yes, it is. Poland 1-2. Peter up to the line. Wow. So that was the Hungarian Grand Prix. We see the car park. This is turn 1. Homie wins in Hungary indeed. What a race that was. And currently I do believe there is a different race going on, which you can watch on Civic-TV if you want. But wow, brilliant stuff. See you later.